were driving here, I know there's been a lot of comments, bad comments on why I'm moving to Russia. It actually started turning into quite a toxic field, but it's quite simple. I mean, I'm not there to convince anyone. I simply just want to show my point of view, my thoughts, what I believe in, and that's essentially it. So I'm not telling you to come with me or you must move to Russia. Just simply I'm sharing my experience, my thoughts on it. So I mean, there's a lot that comes into it. If I could, I would move now. Apart from the passport, getting the visas, the temporary residence, I mean, that already takes up to 4 months to get sorted out. That's an entire different thing. Getting the business registered, doing the VAT, getting the permission essentially, doing the YouTube. I require permission to be able to make the video, so I'm not, attacked for it essentially. Big thing as well that I think like a lot of people miss is that relationships essentially that you have with people here, from your family to your cousins, and romantic relationships. It's everything that you take into account as well. I mean, it's still something. I don't know if you guys had the struggle before, but it's something to take into account. While we wait, as I spoke about the comments that we had, it turned into a toxic field, especially the one video. I'm not sure why the one video though. Go into YouTube Studio so I can check the comments quickly. Hope I don't get attacked while waiting here, to be honest. That's my concern. Al Tourist, he said, start a business in Russia. Ha ha ha, the country with no property rights. If it works, they will take it off you. Sure, but I've never heard that there's no property rights. As far as it goes, they're quite lenient on your property. When you buy property, you don't need plans like here in South Africa to build a house. There's no limitations, but if there's no property rights, how come it's... I think some of these people are stuck in years back, like over 30 years back. Because yeah, it makes sense when it was communistic, but it's capital now. I got good comments, really great people on here. It's more good than bad. Okay, that's a lie. It's more bad, but the good overtakes the bad. Be careful you don't get drafted in case World War III does actually happen. As far as I know, they're not going to draft a foreigner with a temporary residence or just a work visa. That doesn't really seem that realistic. Alright, moving on. A lot of idiots out there. This was from Sis, yeah, that name. I said I agree the West can sometimes be over the top. Now I knew that he was pointing it to me as being one of those idiots. He replied, you have no effing idea where you are heading. A Western, of course. Russia is a chronic economic state, getting worse by the day. Anything you build of value will be taken from you. No protection, no insurance, nothing. Plenty of red flags in the comments. Live in a satellite country and trade from next door. Much safer, best of luck. At least a bit more civilized than the others. This was from Aiden, that name. There's reports, there's graphs that show that Russia's economy has grown. The Western news programs or anything from the government, it's telling you Russia doing this, Russia's doing that, people suffering, they don't have food. There's video evidence they have food. There's video evidence their economy is growing. There's physical evidence their economy is growing. And most of this you can turn back on America, turn back on the European countries, They are the ones that's actually suffering. Give me a second. And that's essentially it. Hey, don't do it, kiddo. All you see is what they want you to see. You've got no support there. As I was saying, you have no support there, and probably don't speak Russian. What are you gonna do there other than wash dishes? Better go to Texas, go to church and start a big family. Just to put it in perspective, America is known for the most false preachers out there. If you've watched any type of news program, and if you actually watched my video, you would have actually seen that I said that I'm gonna start my business there. I'm gonna move my business over, the business I'm currently running. So Texas, no thank you. Church, big family, sounds like a plan. And I think the Russians has actually the best. I enjoy the Russians culture, the churches, and the family culture that they have. It's absolutely, the values, it's great. I love it. Here was the other one. I'm just gonna stop naming names, to be honest, because I don't know how you come to name your account, but you do you, eh? So comment, You are directly supporting the war in Ukraine by doing business in and with Russia. Shame on you. Yes, I've explained it before. No, I haven't explained it before, but there's a lot of different perspective that goes into this war. And if you take a look at it, you do some research, you'll see that this war is being driven by the Western countries. This was Trump's words. They've spent double digits billions on the Ukraine war. What does that tell you? This war is being driven by the other countries. Ukraine isn't part of the NATO. They're not a Western nation. As far as I understand it, it happened for a reason. From Tommy, I've traveled to Russia many times. It's an incredible country. Please make sure you complete a journey on the Trans-Siberia. The most amazing experience of my life. Now, the Trans-Siberia, I agree, and thank you so much, Tommy. The Trans-Siberia, as far as I know, I actually forgot a little bit, but I think the Trans-Siberia goes across Russia in a whole, so it goes from the one point to the other point, and you go through an entire country essentially with this train. Do you guys actually want to hear the good comments? I think you're more interested in the bad ones because I answered them. Alan Miller 2870, there you go. Don't mate, it's pretty miserable. Give me a second. Sorry, there's a lady that's coming. The lady's looking at me as if I'm here to break in, to be honest. So I'm just gonna quickly hide the camera. She's looking at me like staring. So just give me a second, eh? There you go, she's not calling the cops. I thought she might be calling the cops, to be honest. I actually plan on to make a stop at the shop quickly. It's one of these new candy shops that opened. They're like dyingly expensive. I remember those chocolates my grandfather had wanted, but he won't buy it from South. It's quite expensive chocolates. Like, I'll show you guys once I've bought it. So I'm gonna go get that for him. He's helped me a lot. I want to get my passport sorted now. I'm planning on doing it within January still, or at least start February. Once I got my passport, I can do my visa and I can go do the interviews and everything. Passport, visa, all the business documents, moving situation there. I'll probably have to make a video for you guys about that, about getting the business set for Russia and how to register the business in Russia, how I'm doing all that, what are the options. So that's definitely something I'm going to showcase to you guys. I'm pretty excited for it. Okay, I'm here at the shops now. I guess I go in here. I don't know. The place where I'm going is that side, and I can quickly get this sorted. You know, in South Africa when you need all these security checks, right? I'll be in here. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. There you go. Be opened. I think the place is down there. I've been here 1 or 2 times. That's been it. I don't really like shops, to be honest. Driving a car like I am, it does worry me quite a bit, if I'm being honest. I have to be extra careful. Thank you. Car guard gave me a spot so that he knows where the car is when he wants to steal it. I'm just joking. I'm just gonna quickly run and get his chocolates and then I'm sorted. Okay, so I got the chocolates. It's Bailey chocolates. I was in between two, so there was a Guinness one and there was a Bailey's one, and the other one was more expensive. So I asked the lady which one, because I can't remember. And she's like, this one. And I'm like, but the other one's more expensive. Why wouldn't you say that one? Because then you'd make more money. But anyhow, and then I was like, I think he drinks Bailey. She's like, okay, give him what he drinks. So then I got the Bailey's one, and hopefully he likes that one. I hope so. So I'll take it home, wrap it in newspaper or something. I don't know, I'm just joking. I forgot the outro again, so thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, or at least found something worth learning. Thank you for watching, appreciate it. Cheers.